Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League. The favorites lost a tough one as the opening day game went to the former champions, the Dive Bombers. Knock off the favorites here 4-1 behind Reeve Blackwell. Asher Garcia allowed 2 runs in his start. Our offense was stymied by Blackwell, and we didn't get much help from our bullpen, as I believe we brought in the wrong reliever for the rest of that game, but neither here nor there. Our offense just couldn't get anything going. But next time we turn things around, we're going to be heading to, I think, going back home, right? We were just in there. Yep, we will be heading back home, this time to face off against the Burglars. Burglars have a on-fire Palm Ayala out there in center field. They have a locked-in Teodoro Lucero, and Glass Hartman on the mound. Has tier 3 surrounded trait, so if we can get 2 runners on, it could be a huge advantage for us. Let's go ahead and see the lineup for this one. Tiger Gray have bumped into the number 1 spot. Jonah Gonzalez dropped down to number 2. Essentially, my idea is get some speed on the bases and have Jonah knock him around. Get a base hit, move Tiger into scoring position for Jack Mars, who had a 2-hit day last time. Odin Thomas with the big home run gets the number 4 spot. Then Nick Wilkerson had a really rough time. He struck out twice in the last game. I'm going to drop him down in the order a little bit, maybe take a little pressure off of him. He'll stay out there in center field. We'll have newcomer RJ Solomon, who made the All-Star game last year, will be DHing for us. Fernanda Branch will be at third, Sullivan at short, and Muhammad McCormick gets their start in catcher for the tense Aaliyah Sesame, and that's what our lineup is going to be for Victor Simmons, a 26-year-old who got brought in to replace Jess Trujillo. Upgrade in pretty much all facets of this. Has tier 3 elite 4-seam fastball with that great velocity, great accuracy, lower junk, but has 2 fastballs to help offset that. So let's see what they're going to have their dark black on. So, you know what? We're going to keep our whites, and let's head to Colonial Plaza. You see a couple of familiar faces like normal. The main one from our former Outlaw series is Cannon Avery, their third baseman, and was their All-Star appearance, or their All-Stars, the Burglars All-Star last year. First time All-Star for Cannon Avery. We'll see what he does from the bottom of the order, but he did tag us a couple of times in our time seeing him last year. Palm Ayala is batting 1,000 so far this year with no home runs and 2 RBIs, so that's why she's locked in. His tier 1 Butterfield fingers and tier 2 cannon arm in the outfield at center. And we'll see what Victor Simmons has to offer. 2 fastballs, 2 off-speed pitches, and Palm Ayala hits a missile to left field, but is able to track it down. Jonah Gonzalez will catch that on the fly, and that'll be out loud, out number 1. Bertram Pineda hitless last game. He has tier 1 rally starter, but it's not activated here. First pitch swinging and fouled off. Another foul and quickly down 0-2. And just making contact on the changeup, or on the curveball, There's the changeup, and it's fouled off. An 0-2 count. Ball outside, just misses the outside part of the plate, and Victor throws 100 miles an hour at the top of the zone. It's even 2-2. Another foul. And a base hit up the middle, so good hitting there from Pineda. And that is going to get the runner on first with 1 out. Colin Cabrera now coming up to the plate. Colin hitless as well. Great hitter. Used to have a fastball hitter trait that's no longer with him as he's regressing as he's getting older. 102 on the gun there for strike 1 on a 1-1 count. There's strike 2 on a 1-0-1 pitch. And a grounder to Jack Mars. He'll ship it over to Sullivan Reddier, who collects himself, tosses a first, and the double play will end the inning quickly. So, not too bad of a start for Victor Simmons there. We'll see if he can keep that up throughout the rest of this game. We'll see if we can get some offense here, though, as we only scored 1 run in the last game. Tiger Gray will start things off against Glass Hartman. And a grounder to third is how this one goes, as Cannon Avery will toss to first easily, out number 1. Jonah Gonzalez will come up. Jonah hitless in the first game, but led the league, and actually I think it was number 2 to Tiger Gray in batting average last year. It's just base hits after base hits, and Little Hack will activate here on the 1-2. Hartman will sail high and in, and that'll be ball 2. Whoa, pulls a string on the changeup, and that's going to be swung through for strike 3, and 2 outs for Jack Mars, who was 2 for 3 in the last one, 2 base hits, batting .667. He didn't have as great a year in year 2 for the favorites as he had in year 1. Falls behind 0-2 immediately. Little Hack is activated. Hartman will miss the bottom of the zone there for ball 1. Staying alive, fouls one back. And a dribbler foul pulled this time. Another one. Good battle here for Jack. And a base hit up the middle. It's going to get past the diving shortstop and into center field. Jack Mars will reach base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first for Odin Thomas, who had 1 hit in the first game of this season, and it was a home run. Tier 2 bat ball hitter. He made the All-Star game along with Tiger Gray. First pitch low in the zone, and he pulls it foul. Jack with good speed, but a great arm behind the plate, and I believe that's Mohammed Turnpike. And that one just fouled down the third base line. 1-2 count for Odin. Takes ball outside. That slider just missed the edge. That was very close. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Odin. Great Odin's Raven. That one goes way out to dead center field. A 2-run shot, 460 feet for Odin Thomas. Odin's my favorite right now. And that gives the favorites the lead here. His second home run in 2 games. And we're up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Now Nick Wilkerson will come up. Hitless last time. He struck out twice, and he'll swing at the first pitch here, lofted into right center field, ranging all the way back and getting to that one is Gander March. And that one's an unlucky start for Nick Wilkerson, as he's still hitless as a favorite. But Odin Thomas destroys a Glass Hardman pitch to dead center field, and that gives the favorites a 2-0 lead. So Victor Simmons comes back out, and he'll have a lead to start the second inning, and it'll allow a base hit right away. Runner on first for Teodoro Lucero, who's locked in, batting .500 with 1 RBI. I'm assuming a 2 for 4 day last time. Infield at double play depth. Runner on first with just above average speed. And a grounder slowly to shortstop. Sullivan over to Jack Mars. Over to first. Not in time. Teodoro Lucero loses mojo on his way to first. But he's still able to leg out the fielder's choice, preventing the double play. And a runner on first with 1 out. Better speed than last time. And Gander March will come up batting .667. Runner takes off on the hit and run. And Gander March blasted to left field. That one gets out into the bullpen and ties this ball game up with 1 swing of the bat. She lifted that one high and deep, 441, her first home run of the year. And she gets a mojo boost as she ties this one up. The Burglars are stealing a few runs back here in the top of the 6th, and Slew Connolly will come up hitless on the year. And Victor Simmons is tense. 22 pitches already. Gets a fastball at 100 miles an hour, so even tense, he's still hitting three digits on the gun. 2-1 count. Pulls the string on the changeup, dropping to 84 miles an hour there, and throws him on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So about 20-mile-per-hour difference between his fastball and his changeup. Such an adjustment for these hitters. Mohammed David comes up, Tier 2 first pitch prayer, Tier 2 injury prone, first at-bat of the season so far, and starts with a first pitch strike. Simmons gets his mojo back. 1-1 count here. Strike taken at the top of the zone. 1-2 with 2 outs. David fouls one back and will make contact there and foul it back. Whiffs on a curveball well out of the zone. David goes down, and that'll end the inning. But Gander March took a gander at a pitch she liked and pulled it into left field. Well out of here for a tying 2-run homer. And this game goes to the bottom of the second. RJ Solomon will start things off, his first at-bat as a favorite. Let me see if I can do a quick little research on what his all-star season looked like last year. I believe it wasn't that great, but it was good enough to get him in, as the rest of the team was pretty poor for him. A 2-2 count here. And he pops one foul. It's going to get down just in front of the stands over there past the dugout. Popped foul there. And he hits one hard, deep left center field. Getting on it is Palm Ayala. She ranges all the way back to the warning track and hauls that one in. That'll be a very loud out. RJ Solomon was for the below zeros, had 3 home runs and 6 RBIs with 2 doubles, 22 total bases. And this one, Fernanda Branch sends into right center field. It's going to get down all the way to the wall. Palm Ayala will come up throwing, and Fernanda, not known for her speed, ends up staying at first base. I think was worried about the potential cannon arm to activate there. I guess I don't blame her. But Sullivan Reddy, or our number 8 hitter, will come up, and he hits one hard to dead center field. But again, it's going to hang up for Palm Ayala. Runner retreats back to first, and a couple of unfortunate situations here as the ball's been hit hard, but we're not able to capitalize. And it's 2 outs with a runner on first from Muhammad McCormick. We kept him from last year, but truly just a defensive backup, so his offense is very lacking for the most part. No speed at first. Great arm behind the plate. A 1-1 count with 2 outs. Hartman will get him to swing through that one, and it's a 1-2 count. And a grounder on the inside part of the plate will go straight to second. Easy play for March, and that'll end the inning. So a leadoff single gets stranded. I'm sorry. A 1-out single gets stranded. And the game's still tied. We head to the top of the third. Cannon Avery will come up, batting .500 on the year. No home runs, no RBIs. We're hoping Simmons can have a better inning this time out. Falls behind 2-0 quickly. And a hard grounder to third base. Fernanda Branch will scoop and toss to first. Third baseman to third baseman, and that'll be out number 1. Palm Ayala hit one very hard, hooked into left field, but Jonah Gonzalez was able to track it down. We'll see what she does here. This time goes the opposite way. It's tailing away from Odin Thomas, who scoops it, and great arm has to hold the runner at first base. Palm Ayala, with great speed, couldn't advance. And there with 1 out, runner on first for Bertram Pineda, who singled last time. Great speed over at first. Again, cannon arm behind the plate for, oh, what a play. Tiger Gray scoops it, and it'll be a 3-6-3 double play as Tiger Gray is able to get a grounder right to him. Good pitching from Victor Simmons, and a clean third inning. Tiger Gray will lead off the third. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Pops one foul. Hartman doing pretty well so far. Despite having the Tier 3 surrounded trait, he has managed to avoid being surrounded. And a 1-2 count pulled foul down the first base line just past the bag. And Tiger Gray will pop up in the infield. Easy call for Glass Hartman. He catches that for out number 1. Tough start here for Tiger Gray. 1 hit so far of the year, I believe. Jonah is hitless, intense. Really use him. This little hack activates. Ball inside, it's gone. Pops one foul, little hack back. 1-2 count, and Hartman will give up a base hit up the middle. So there's the old Jonah Gonzalez that we know and love. He'll reach base. It gets his mojo back, and 1 on, 1 out for Jack Mars, who's 1 for 1 with a single. 3 for 4 on the year, but has yet to get past, has yet to hit the ball and get on past first base. Ball high to start. Hartman at 44 pitches now. And this one into center field, but Palm Ayala closes the gap quickly. She catches that on the run, and Jack Mars, I think it's a base hit to probably 19 out of 20 center fielders in the starting lineup for these teams in this league. But Palm Ayala is not the one to go after. Here comes locked in Owen Thomas. And wow, what a missile to right field, but just tailing foul. Quickly 0-1 with 2 outs. Swings through strike 2 on the changeup. And he hits this one off the end of the bat, lofted into right field. And it's going to fall into the glove of Bertram Pineda, who had to chase his way down the right field line to catch that one. And that'll be an unfortunate inning for the favorites who went through the heart of their order. Colin Cabrera comes up tense and 0 for 1. Victor Simmons still hitting triple digits on the gun. 91 on that fastball. 0-2, and there's strike 3 swinging, and Victor Simmons is pumped. He gets the strikeout, out number 1, and Mohammed Turnpike will come up. 1 for 1 with a single, 250 average so far this year. First pitch strike on the inside part of the plate. There's a fastball just high. Ball 1. Changeup catches the corner for strike 2. And Mohammed will catch the curveball and send it up the middle. That's that's a base hit, and runner reaches first with 1 out, and Teodoro Lucero comes up. 0 for 1. I've been calling him Teodoro Lucero. Will ground to third. Fernanda Branch over to Jack Mars, over to first with a cannon arm from Fernanda Branch. That's a quick 5-4-3 around the horn double play. And another inning ends via the double play. And Victor Simmons looking pretty good despite giving up that home run. Now we need to get this guy going. Nick Wilkerson, tense. First pitch swinging. Oh, what a play from Teodoro Lucero. Left field, or the first baseman just robbed. Diving into foul territory. Nick Wilkerson cannot catch a break as he hit the ball hard, but that's out number 1. Swinging through strike 2 is R.J. Solomon. He hit one hard to deep center field. Ball inside, 1-2 count. Ball high now. With a 2-2 count, he fouls one off. Over 50 pitches is Hartman. And a base hit up the middle will be R.J. Solomon's first hit as a favorite. He'll reach base with 1 out. And here comes Fernanda Branch. She singled to right center field last time. High pressure here with tier 2 contact versus righties. And Glass Hartman will get pulled for Smash McCoy. Smash comes in, first appearance of the year for him. And he gets a first pitch strike. He has a 4-seam, a slider, and a curveball. Smash. Runner takes off on the hit and run, and it's going to be popped foul. And that one is going to be pulled foul. Sorry, I'm trying to find the pitcher that reached, or that was the appearance for the Burglars. Might have been Smash. Fernanda, good battle here. She keeps fouling pitch after pitch. 2-2 count with 1 out. She'll take a ball high. Smash McCoy was the all-star as a base hit goes up the middle, and a great at-bat from Fernanda Branch. She's 2 for 2 today. Smash had 3.77 ERA with 9 Ks and 14 1/3 innings pitched as the all-star for the Burglars last year. He gives up a hit to start, and Sullivan Reddier with tier 2 Mind Gamer activated with 2 on and 1 out. Looking for his first hit of the year. He watches a fastball hit the bottom of the zone for a 2-1 count. And he'll get a base hit through the right side, and that will load up the bases for our catcher. Mohammed McCormick will come up 0 for 1 with 1 out. Anything but a ground ball double play. Anything but a ground ball double play. Speed at first, not much on second and third. Infield at halfway. First pitch strike. Swings through the curveball, strike 2. And pop one foul. Staying alive. Just making contact there, and he pushes it foul. Inside pitch, but he fouls it back, and again, 0-2. Ball high, good eye on the fastball, rising out of the zone. 20th pitch, popped foul. Smash struggling here as he's getting tired. Mohammed McCormick sails one to deep right center field. Back on it is Pineda. He catches it on the warning track. Runners will tag from second and third. The runner advances home and scores on the sacrifice fly from Mohammed McCormick. And now Tiger Gray will come up with a big opportunity. Runners on the corners. Smash tired. Tier 2 easy target helping out his accuracy. Fouled back there on a 1-1 count for Tiger. Our all-star last year, he takes strike 2. And he gets a base hit up the middle. Runs comes around to score from third. Runner will hold at second base, and Tiger Gray comes through. It's a 1-2. Another run comes across on the single. And 2 on for Jonah Gonzalez. Runners on first and second. Still high pressure situation as we now take a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Great speed over at second base, so a base hit should score a run here, except for up the middle. This one popped into shallow right field. With 2 outs, runners will go, and it's going to be caught by Teodoro Lucero. And that'll end the inning. The 2 runs come across. RBI sac fly from Muhammad McCormick, and then the RBI base hit from Tiger Gray. Give us a 4-2 lead for Victor Simmons. He now has to face against his nemesis, Gander March, who hit a 2-run homer in her first at-bat, and she'll get a base hit here. So she's 2 for 2 today. Top of the 5th, runner on first with nobody out. Slew Connolly will come up, 0 for 1. High pressure, and Simmons is at neutral mojo, approaching the 50-pitch mark. High changeup for strike 1. Takes the ball low. Simmons still looking good, and a grounder to second base will go. Oh, no! Oh, Sullivan Reddy, one of our most reliable shortstops, or defenders, really. Jack Mars had an easy double play, and he tossed it over to Sullivan, and who dropped it, and no runner gets out. And so Emerson Bauer will come in with tier 2 clutch and a max pressure situation. Tiger Gray catches that one on a line. That should be the inning, but instead, that'll be out number 1. And runners on first and second for Cannon Avery. He was 0 for 1 today. Emerson Bauer with distractor at second base. Knocks her accuracy down a little bit, but the clutch trade is helping offset that. 1-1 count here. And pulled foul, and it's going to be 1-2. Ground ball double play. Come on. Fouled off there, or strikeout. Let's get a strikeout. Cannon will ground to Tiger, over to Jack Mars, over to Emerson Bauer. Double play, gets out of the jam. And despite the error, we don't allow a runner to get past second base. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. We're in a good spot now. Let's get some insurance here, starting 3-4-5 with Jack Mars. 1 for 2 with a single. Luciano Stevenson will come in to replace Smash McCoy. Smash had a tough inning. Little Hack activates here on the first pitch strike. And will be pulled past the third baseman. Diving play from Cannon Avery. Just misses the glove. Couldn't get to it. And that'll get a runner to reach base safely to start things off. And Odin Thomas, who's neutral mojo after flying out last time, a 1 for 2 day with a 2-run homer to get our scoring started. Tier 2 bad ball hitter. Ball misses the corner outside. Great speed at first. Strike inside on the fastball. There's another strike. Tier 2 elite 4-seam fastball for Stevenson. And just staying alive on the curveball. Fouled off. That curveball will go fouled on the third baseline. 1-2 still for Odin. And he'll pull one through the right side. Gander March with a diving play will get up and toss to first to get the tailing runner. Jack Mars does advance to second base, and now 1 out with a runner on second for Nick Wilkerson, who's tense. Has tier 3 Little Hack. First pitch ball inside. Fastball is fouled back. 1-1 count. And he'll pull one down the right field line, finally gets one on, and that one's going to get through. Wilkerson on his way to second base, despite being tense. He will slide in. RBI double for Nick Wilkerson. He finally comes through for us, and he gets his mojo back. Great speed now at second base with only 1 out, and RJ Solomon will come up 1 for 2 today with the single. Ball high. Stevenson allows his first earned run in his appearance today. And a grounder to shortstop. David will toss to first for out number 2. And Nick Wilkerson smartly retreats back to second base. Fernanda Branch 2 for 2 today. See if she can continue her hot streak. Tier 2 contact versus righties. Batting 500 now on the year. Be a nice time for another RBI. Ball inside. 2-0 count now. Right where Fernanda wants it. And they're going to walk her. They decide, you know what? No, not with a 2-0 count. We'd rather go to Sullivan Reddy, who's tense now after the error. 1 for 2 with the single. He came up big in his last at-bat, tier 2 mind gamer. And Stevenson will serve a base hit to right or center field in most instances. But Pamayala is so freaking fast. She'll track it down to finally end the inning. We got a RBI double from Nick Wilkerson to extend our lead to 5-2. A little bit of insurance there, and now we're just looking to see if we can get through the 6th inning. It'll go Palm Ayala to start things off, and a hard hit grounder to right field, but Jack Mars cuts it off, dives, and gets it over to first in time to get the speedy Palm Ayala out at first. That's out number 1. And that'll give Emerson Bauer a mojo boost. She's now locked in plus tier 2 clutch in a high pressure situation. Pineda will pull one foul. And then this one will get over the head of Fernanda Branch into left field. Jonah Gonzalez will toss into second base, but it'll be a one out double. And Emerson Bauer will drop back to neutral mojo here. Max pressure now. Tense Colin Cabrera. Emerson seeing a boost to all of her attributes. Average speed over at first base with one out. A ground ball can end this. There's a strike on a 2-0 count. No, now 2-1. Just misses the top of the zone. 3-1 now. There's the strike call, and now full count with one out. A grounder foul down the first baseline. Swings through strike 3, and Emerson Bauer gets a strikeout against Colin Cabrera, having a really rough day. And now he'll have to go through probably one of the scariest hitters in this lineup, Muhammad Turnpike, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, with 2 outs. First pitch strike at the top of the zone. 20th pitch is a ball low and away on the slider. That one's going to be popped up with 2 outs. Calling it as McCormick. He'll catch that to end the game. And a huge win for the favorites against the Burglars, a divisional rival. We took it to them here today. 5-2. 5 runs on 10 hits with 1 error versus their 2 runs on 7 hits. No errors. Their big shot was Gander March with a 2-run homer. That was in the 2nd inning, and they couldn't do much else after that. They did get 2 hits from both Muhammad Turnpike and Bertram Pineda. They got a hit from Palm Ayala, and Teodoro Lucero reached base. I believe it was on a fielder's choice. Ultimately scored on Gander March's home run. But that was all the offense for the Burglars. On our side, everyone in the lineup got a hit except for Muhammad McCormick, and that's okay because he had a sacrifice fly. 2-hit day for Jack Mars. He scored two times. 2-hit day for Fernanda Branch. She scored once. She also walked, so she reached in all 3 of her plate appearances. Tiger Gray with an RBI single. Jonah Gonzalez had a base hit. Odin Thomas with a big 2-run homer, his only hit of the game. Wilkerson with the RBI double. And R.J. Salmon with his first hit, he scored a run. And then Sullivan Reddier with a base hit in the middle of that game. So big hits all around. Hartman gets a loss. He goes 3 1/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and 1 home run and 1 strikeout. I think he pitched decently well. Probably didn't deserve the loss, all things considered. Smash McCoy didn't look good. 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run. Luciano Stevenson came in, giving up 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 earned run in his 1 inning pitched. Victor Simmons, in his first start as a favorite, he goes 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run, and 3 strikeouts. He gets the win. Emerson Bauer was incredible in her first appearance as a favorite. She gets a save, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And that is how this one ends. Gander March gets the number 1 spot. Odin Thomas, number 2. Fernanda Branch, number 3. So we go back to 500. As after the tough first loss to start the season, we end up getting a win here against the Burglars. Now we have to decide, oh, this is unfair. Jesus. I think I'm going to boost the loyalty for Nick Wilkerson only because he's more expensive here and he has more utility for us. Victor Simmons, I apologize, buddy, but you don't deserve the loyalty drop here. We'll figure out a way to get that loyalty back, man. This is why I hate manager moments. Neither of them deserve a drop here. All right, simulating to the next game. We jump up into second place, but we're tied with the Skimmers and the Rippers. Burglars struggling at 0-2. Dive Bombers get another win. And we will see the Rippers next time out. We'll face Kellen Kirk against what will likely be Colton Blackburn, actually, instead of Clark Cohen. They still have Forrest Ponce. That guy can fuck off. And he's locked in. Whatever. What the hell? I just saw it. We'll come back to it in a second. Let's see. The Undulates end up bringing in Zeke Alvarez to replace Amelia McKay. Zeke would have been a good, interesting option for us. Luis Exuberantly, the relief pitcher, 19-year-old, replaces Clint Brock for the Burners. Undulates bring in Ruby Samplemore, replacing Kurt Sportsman. We have a development option for Castiel Andrews. I'm not interested in that. I didn't even know we had a Castiel Andrews on the team. Take a look at that in a second. Undulates signed Doug Hartman to replace Trail McFreddy. And then what the hell is this? Frickin' Jericho House, who's 22, has gotten a little overconfident in their pitching skills, so deciding to knock him down. He loses 11 junk. He drops down to a B pitcher. That is so messed up. What a terrible random roll. 11 on anything is insane. We got the worst luck possible on a 22-year-old to get that roll. Well, I'm not going to do this because it's a chance to lose workhorse for Colton. I can do this for Cairo because we don't want to lose the elite slider. I'm not going to do this for RJ Solomon. He's not meant to really be a offensive player for us. Trinity Woody, we're not going to lose the slider. Tiger Graham, not going to pay for one contact. Castiel Andrews, who's an outfielder. Well, that's why. Not going to do this because he's 30. So no development. We still have $8.7 million to work with in PDO funds, but I'm going to be very picky from here on out. Wow, that's really frustrating that we just got that doc from Jericho House. So the next game out is going to be against the Rippers. The Rippers are 1-1, just like us. They have a 0 run differential, just like us. So this will be very interesting to see their. I'll take a look at their lineup. I don't think Archie Barton came back, but we'll see in a moment. Let's set our lineup first. I'm going to put, if I put Fernanda Branch at shortstop, we could put Cora Bobbert in at third, but we can also put Nick Wilkerson in. This is why Sullivan needs to get his shit together. If we put Nick at third base with wild throwers scares me. Plus, he's so fast, I don't want to take him out of the center field. What's Kellen Kirk? He's a B+. I think I'm going to leave Sullivan out there in the lineup. I just don't like our options for the left side of the infield. That's really frustrating. I think things worked out at the top of the order the way that I wanted them to. We'll keep everybody in the same spot except for I'm going to pop Aaliyah Sesame maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Fernanda's been hot. She deserves a bump there. Yeah, I'm fine with this, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, I think this is fine. We'll keep RJ out there. So that's going to be our lineup. Let's take a look at theirs really quick. They'll have Forrest Ponce leading off. He's actually at third base. He looks like he's been getting a little bit better as a defender. But he's locked in. Son of a bitch. They still have tier 3 Steeler. They have top long stroke in right field. He's locked in. Great hitter there. Danger Drapes will be their new center fielder, replacing Marv Panther, who's no longer on the team. Fletcher Downhill stays on the team. Pretty solid. Oh, no, Marv Panther has developed into a utility player and will be at shortstop with tier 2 cannon arm. As the 30-year-old, he's continuing to develop. That's wild. Shadow Anaya at second base. Royce Coffey. That's who replaced Archie Barton, so he's no longer on the team. That's a big drop off in talent. Royce Coffey will remain on the team. Grover Constant stays there, and Isabella Bridges will get the start. Decent defender, but a weak bat, as they'll have Demetrius Blacksmith on the bench for some reason. Maybe that changes, but they also have Grover Saunders as a utility infielder with Noodle Arm, and Tense Dandelion Burnside, who typically is a starter for them. And then they have erstwhile Turnbull, who's a rookie. Good defender with a weak arm, but only plays shortstop. Interesting. Their lineup, or their starting pitching staff, is like a who's who of aging vets. They have 34-year-old Kellen Kirk, who's a former All-Star. They have Valentino Mastiff, who's 40 and a former All-Star, and Joseph Roosevelt, who's 32 and a former All-Star, and then 28-year-old, the youngest starter in their starting rotation, is Jane Fiducci. Valentino Mastiff, I think, was their All-Star last year. If I go to the MVP last year. I can't look at it, but I'm pretty sure he was the. Oh no, that was top long stroke. Man, he's still really good at 40 years old. This is such a crazy pitching staff. Good for them. All right, well, that's all going to do it for this. Again, next time out, we will have Clark. I'm sorry, not Clark. It will be Colton Blackburn will get the start. Now that he just added a changeup, that'll really help his pitch mix out, especially with the lower junk that he had, or with the lower velocity and the higher junk. That'll be really nice for him. Wait, did he just gain a changeup, or did the cut fastball? He'll be our number 3 starter. Whoopsies. Let's see if we can find the recent activity when he gained that pitch. It was a cut fastball, excuse me. So he has 3 fastballs now, which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll see what he can do. Is this first start of season 3 here will happen for him in the next game out. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.